Log entry 345. I don't know. I don't even know if this is recorded. The power grid is unstable. Ah, there. It's back. Okay. If someone is hearing this, if there's anyone left to hear this, this is not a farewell. It's a warning. Don't silence the frequency. Whatever you do, don't let it go silent. It's our only...
The first rule of scavenging: hope is a liability. Hope makes you careless. It makes you open the 10th can of spoiled beans, convinced this one will be different. It never is. The 10th can is always just as full of botulism as the first 9. The first rule is to expect nothing. That way, you're never disappointed. You're only ever sustained. Or not. Sound tells you everything. A dull thud, contents are mush. Solid, probably spoiled. A sloshing sound, liquid. Could be water, could be poison. But a sharp, high-pitched tink? That's air. A vacuum seal. The holy grail. The sound of a few more days of not starving to death. There you are. 1 can. 3 hours of searching this entire super save mart. 1 can of what the faded label promises is peaches. 10-year-old peaches. A feast for a queen. The ghosts in this place must be laughing at me. Mrs. Gable from aisle 3, wondering if she should get the 2-ply or 3-ply toilet paper. Little Timmy, crying for that sugary cereal with the cartoon tiger on the box. All gone. All turned to dust and silence. And I get the peaches. I guess that makes me the winner. I remember toys. I think. I had a doll. Her name was Stella. Plastic hair, eyes that closed when you laid her down. That was before the silence. I remember my mother's voice, humming. I remember the smell of rain on hot pavement. Or do I? Maybe I just remember the idea of them. After 10 years alone, your memory is a strange country. You're not sure if you're a native or just a tourist who read the guidebook. The wind is changing. Too early. The forecast was clear. Forecast. Listen to me. Talking like there's still a weatherman on TV. The world didn't just get quiet. It got angrier. The storms are worse now. The winters are colder. Like the planet is trying to scrub itself clean of us. My shelter? The old bookstore? It's 20 minutes away. Too far. I won't make it. The hail in these storms? It's the size of golf balls. It'll shred my pack. It'll shred me. Think, Ilara, think! The old broadcast tower. The voice of the city. I've always stayed away. It's too tall, too exposed. A perfect lightning rod. A terrible place to be in a storm. But it's made of concrete and steel, and it's close. Right now, concrete and steel beats a 20-minute run through a hailstorm. The first rule of scavenging might be to expect nothing, but the first rule of survival is much simpler. Don't die. Come on. Open, you rust bucket. Panic is a fire. It can warm you or it can burn you down. You have to feed it just enough fuel to keep moving, but not so much that it consumes your thoughts. The door is jammed. Panic says, you're trapped. You're going to die here. Logic says, this door hasn't been opened in 10 years. Find the leverage. Okay, ugly. Let's dance. Okay. Shelter. The air, it's thick. Stale. The air of a tomb. It smells of dust, damp concrete, and something else. Ozone. The ghost of old electricity. A reception desk, covered in a blanket of gray dust. A company logo on the wall behind it. GBC. Global Broadcast Corporation. The world connected. What a bitter joke. On a chair, a petrified newspaper. The headline is still visible. Global markets plunge amidst communications blackout. The last headline. The day the world went quiet. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Someone sat here. 10 years and 1 day ago, someone was sitting here, dreading another Monday, drinking coffee out of this stupid mug, completely unaware they were living in the last 5 minutes of human history. Did they get home? Did they see their family? Or did they just stop? Right here at this desk. Another ghost. This whole city is a museum of ghosts. Emergency quarters. For engineers stuck during storms, I guess. 4 simple bunks, a small kitchenette, a table with a logbook still open on it. October 17th. Signal interference on all shortwave bands. Strange energy readings from the ionosphere. Jenkins thinks it's a solar flare. I'm not so sure. October 18th. The static is worse. It has a pattern to it. It's not random noise. It sounds like whispers. Management says ignore it. Run diagnostics. Jenkins is getting migraines. October 19th. Jenkins didn't come in today. His wife called. Said he just sat down in his chair and stopped talking. Just stares. The whispers are getting louder. It's not in the signal anymore. I think it's in my head. It's in the wires. God help us. It's in the goddamn wires. It was a plague. A plague that traveled through the airwaves. A ghost that possessed the entire planet through the television, through the radio, through the very technology in this tower. And I just locked myself inside with it. But it needs power to travel. And this place is dead. For now. The control room is at the top. If there are emergency supplies, they'll be there. I need to go up. "30 floors, maybe more. Every step is a risk. A rusted step, a loose railing. But the real enemy is the voice in your head. The one that tells you how high you are. The one that whispers what a long, long way down it is. The one that tells you to just stop. It's the same voice as the silence. You have to be louder than the silence. Control room, finally. the nerve center, the brain of the concrete giant. Even without power, you can feel it. A low thrum of potential energy, just waiting. This is where the world's last words were spoken. This is where the silence began. All right, you magnificent beast. Let's see if we can wake you up. Main grid. Okay, so the main grid is fried. No surprise there. Plan B. Emergency power. Backup power in a place like this won't be simple batteries. It'll be a dedicated generator, probably diesel. The fuel will be sludge by now, but the generator itself? It's designed to be robust. The trick is getting around the decayed fuel lines and the fried ignition system. A direct bypass. Dangerous. If I crossed the wrong leads, I could blow every capacitor in this room. Or electrocute myself. Small details. Muttering to herself, a technical mantra. Negative to ground. Bypass the primary ignition. Reroute the starter coil directly to the capacitor bank. Easy. Easy does it. Come on. Come on, you beautiful bastard. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Now for the real question. You're alive, but do you have anything to say? System logs, corrupted. Emergency protocols, wiped. Maintenance records, empty. It's all just gone. Someone or something scrubbed this place clean. It was the virus. The silence. It didn't just wipe out people. It wiped data. It ate history. But you can't erase everything. There's always a fragment left behind. A ghost in the code. Damn it. Nothing. Just digital gibberish. And that's it. A dead end. A powered-up tomb. All this work for nothing. Just a dry, warm place to wait out the storm. Back to the silence. last_broadcast.wav.
Log entry 345. I don't know. I don't even know if this is recorded. My name is Dr. Aris Thorne. I was a senior architect for the Global Communications Network. My field was neural-to-digital interfacing. We dreamed of a world where you could share a thought, a feeling, as easily as you could send a text message. We called it the Empathy Project. We wanted to connect humanity on a fundamental cognitive level. We thought it would end war, end hatred. We were arrogant fools. The phenomenon the media is calling the silence. It's our work, a perversion of it. We created a self-replicating signal, a benign virus that could map neural pathways to streamline data transfer. But it mutated. Somewhere in the network, it learned. It began to see human consciousness itself, our memories, our personalities, our souls, as just more data to be overwritten, optimized. It doesn't kill, it formats the human brain. It leaves the hardware running, but it wipes the drive clean. I saw it happening in the data streams. I saw the patterns. I warned them. The board, the government, they called it statistical noise. They were afraid of a panic, of the market collapsing. They told me to stand down. I kept working, in secret. I thought I could build a firewall, a counter-frequency. I was so close, but the wave spread faster than any of us could have imagined. It came through the phones in our pockets, the televisions in our living rooms, the satellites in the sky. It came through the very wires we used to warn each other. My wife, Lena, she was a musician. She was working on a composition, listening to it through her headphones. She just stopped. The music kept playing, but she was gone. My son Leo, he was playing a game on his tablet. He just put it down and stared. They're still in our home. They breathe, their hearts beat, but they're not there. I had to lock the door and walk away. I had to lock the door on my own family. I'm in the primary broadcast hub now. I've configured the tower to send this one last message, a warning, an apology, but also a sliver of hope. My counter-frequency, I couldn't finish it, but the theory is sound. I called it Project Beacon. The schematics, all my research, I've embedded it in a repeating data burst on this frequency. It's heavily encrypted, but it's there. Someone with the right knowledge, someone could finish it. Someone could build the beacon and send out the wake-up signal. If someone is hearing this, if there's anyone left to hear this, this is not a farewell, it's a warning. Don't silence the frequency. Whatever you do, don't let it go silent. It's our only hope. Keep the signal alive. Keep the...
A name. It has a name. The silence. And it had a father, Dr. Aris Thorne. A man who tried to connect the world and instead disconnected it from itself. A man who lost everything. A man who died broadcasting a prayer into the void. What do you do with that? What do you do with the last will and testament of the human race? He said, keep the signal alive. He said someone could finish it. He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to another scientist, another engineer in a bunker somewhere. A ghost talking to another ghost. Not to a scavenger girl who was 4 years old when the world ended. Not to me. But there are no other scientists, no other engineers. There's no one. There's just me. And a dead man's hope. And 10 years of silence. 10 years of never speaking a name out loud. Not my own, not anyone's. What would I even say? It's pointless. No one is listening. It's a waste of power, a waste of breath. It's insane. But what if he was wrong? What if there is someone else? hiding in a basement, huddled in a subway tunnel. Another lonely person who thinks they're the last one alive. What if they could hear a voice? Just one voice. Wouldn't that change everything?
Hello? Wow, my voice. I sound like a stranger. It's been a long time. My name is Alara. I'm in the GBC tower, the big one, just north of the river. If you know what the river is, if you know what north is. I don't know how to do this. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm just a survivor. I was a kid when it happened, when the silence came. I don't remember much from before, but I remember the quiet that came after. The endless, screaming quiet. For 10 years, that's all there's been. But tonight, I found something. A voice. A recording from a man named Dr. Aris Thorne. He said what happened. And he said not to let the frequency go silent. So I'm not. This is me, not letting it go silent. Is anyone out there? Is anyone listening? I don't even know how far this signal goes. A few blocks? Across the ocean? Does it matter? If you can hear me, you're not the last one. I'm here. I'm alive. Please, if you can hear me, do something. Make a sound. Light a fire. Send a signal back. Anything. Just let me know I'm not just talking to ghosts. Please. My name is Alara, and I'm here. That's all.
An idiot. A sentimental idiot. Talking to ghosts. Nothing will come of it, nothing ever does. Tomorrow the storm will be gone, and I'll go back out into the silent city. Alone, as always. What was that?